Welcome back, guys. Okay, so now in this lecture, we are gonna see how we can convert a smaller prefix into a bigger prefix. Okay, we did from bigger to smaller ones, but now let's see how can we convert the smaller to bigger ones. For example, in the previous lecture, we did from 1 gigameters to 1 kilometers. Okay, and the answer to that was 1.0 times 10 raised to the power of 6 kilometers. But now, how can we go back? What if we have 1 kilometers and I were to ask you, what is it equal to? Okay, how many gigameters is it equal to now? So now let's see how to do this. Well, again, all you need to do is just know the meaning of kilo and giga first. All right, now you know the meaning of kilo is 10 cube. Okay, and by the way, kilo is always a small case, lowercase k. Okay, it's not a capital K. All right, k means 10 cube and giga, g means 10 to the power of 9. Now, so let's convert it. The kilo, first of all, replace it by its number. It's 10 cube meters. All you need to do is now just you need to bring a 10 raised to the power of 3, 10 raised to the power of 9 over here. So, well, that's pretty easy. You could multiply this entire expression by 10 raised to the power of 9, but at the same time, to keep everything balanced, you'll need to divide it by 10 raised to the power of 9 as well. Okay? Because they'll get cancelled out, their value is 1, so it doesn't actually change the value of the original expression. These are actually the same things. Okay? Once you are done with this, all you need to do is just convert the 10 raised to the power of 9 by giga. Okay, 10 raised to the power of 9 can be converted by giga, right? Because that is what it means. But what about this denominator 10 raised to the power of 9? Well, it will stay at its place, okay? I can write it as 10 raised to the power of 3 divided by 10 raised to the power of 9, correct? Now, we need to just simplify this part. Okay, now what I can do is I can move the denominator into the numerator. So whenever we move a denominator to the numerator, the power, it becomes minus, okay? It becomes negative. So initial power was 10 cube, but now if I move it to the numerator, if I write it over here, it's gonna become 10 raised to the power of minus 9 meters. Sorry, gigameters, okay? Once I've done that, just apply your previous knowledge of math over here. Whenever the bases are the same, the powers get added. 3 will get added to minus 9 gigameters. And you are going to get 1 raised to the power of minus 6 gigameters. 1 kilometers is actually equal to 10 raised to the power of minus 6 gigameters. Okay? These are the steps. Let's try another example. What if I'm going from kilometers to megameters? All right. So kilo and mega, you need to know their meanings first. Mega means 10 raised to the power of 6. Do the same thing. Replace the kilo by 10 cube mega. Now multiply this entire expression by 10 raised to the power of 6. At the same time, divide the entire expression by 10 raised to the power of 6 as well, with the meter sign at its point. Because this they'll cancel out and it actually means the same thing. They're the same, okay? We've not done anything different. We've not changed it. It's the same thing. Now, once we've got this, we'll replace the 10 raised to the power of 6 by the mega, because it actually means mega. And this 10 raised to the power of 6 will be taken to the numerators, and its power will become negative. Okay, 10 raised to the power of minus 6. Now, just simply apply a rule of indices. When the bases are the same, powers get added. 3 will get added to minus 6 megameters. That will become 1 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of minus 3 megameters. Simple. Okay. Now, this was all about the positive prefixes. Giga, mega, and kilo, they have positive powers, right? Giga has 10 raised to the power of 9, mega has 10 raised to the power of 6, kilo has 10 raised to the power of 3 power. Now, what about the negative prefixes? Now, let's look at the negative prefixes. we've got deci, centi, milli, micro, and nano. Deci means 10 raised to the power minus 1, centi means minus 2, milli means minus 3, kilo means micro means minus 6, nano means minus 9. Now, what if I need to convert 1 decimeters into, let's say, millimeters? All right, so first of all, let me clarify one thing. The number on top is the biggest number. Number on the bottom is the smallest, okay? Because deci, 10 raised to the power minus 1 actually means 0.1, right? Whereas 10 raised to the power minus 9 actually means 0.0000001234567 8 and 1. Okay, so with 8 zeros in front of 1, so this is actually the smallest and that's the largest number. Now I need to go from big to small first. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to convert from big to small first and then reverse it from small to big. All right, so in doing so, it's going to be 1 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of minus 1 meters. Replace the deci by 10 raised to the power of minus 1. All right, you need to know the meanings. Okay, so deci means minus 1 and milli means minus 3. Now you need to change it to millimeters. So again, do the same thing. Multiply this entire expression by minus 3 and divide it by minus 3 as well. They'll cancel each other out and it's actually the same thing. Once you've done that, replace this 10 raised to the power minus 3, which is written right over here, into milli. Okay, it's changed to milli. I've changed it right over here. This m is milli and this m is meters. Whereas for the rest of the stuff, copy them as it is. Now, what about this minus 3 in the denominator, 10 raised to the power of minus 3? Take it into the numerator. In doing so, it's going to become 10 raised to the power minus 1 multiplied by, the sign will shift, okay? It will become opposite. When you move it, when you reciprocate it, the sign, it changes, okay? It becomes positive. So the sign will now become positive 3. And it's going to be 1 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 3 times 10 cubed millimeters. Because we've already changed this 10 raised to the power of 3 into millimeters. After doing this, just apply your simple math. It's going to be 3 minus 1, right? You just added it up. It becomes 1 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of 2 millimeters. That's actually 100 millimeters. All right? 1 decimeters is equal to 100 millimeters. Let's try another example. What if we move from 1 centimeters to, let's say, 1 micrometers? All right, for this again, all right, I'm telling you that centi is, okay, let me write down their meaning. Centi means 10 raised to the power minus 2. Micro means 10 raised to the power minus 6. Centi is bigger than micro because its power is less negative. Okay, now, if this is a less negative, how to convert them? Okay, how to convert it to micrometers? So, well, it's again, follow the same basic steps. Okay, first of all, replace the centi by 10 raised to the power of minus 2 meters. Once you've done that, multiply it by the micro, the 10 of the micro. So 10 raised to the power minus 2 multiplied by minus 6 and divided by minus 6 meters. Okay, this minus 6 actually means micro, so replace it with micro. Okay, instead of writing this 10 raised to the power minus 6, I've written micro because that's what it actually is equal to. Whereas the rest of them will be copied as it is. The minus 6, the 10 raised to the power minus 6 in the denominator will go into the numerator. We will reciprocate it. And after reciprocation, I told you this sign, the power, will get reversed. Okay, it's going to become 10 raised to the power of minus 2 times 10 raised to the power of plus 6. Instead of minus 6, I'm going to write plus 6 micrometers. And once this is done, it's going to become, you are going to just do the same thing. You're going to add them up. It's going to become 6 minus 2, and it's going to become 1 raised to the power of 4 micrometers. So this is what 1 centimeter is actually equal. After the centimeters, we can try out another example. Okay, I think this video will become a bit longer. Okay, we can continue with more examples in the next lecture. Thank you so much.